Welcome to the Holy Yogi, where we help you find the spiritual guru inside of you. Hello, beautiful. Hello, handsome. How you doing today? And if no one has told you today that they love you, let me be the first. I love each and every single one of you because love makes the world go round and round and round. And love is truly the greatest medicine of them all. African spirituality. What I'm going to show you, I'm going to present to you my sacred altar that I'm going to share with you today. Since we're doing social distancing, and I like to call it spiritual enlightened connection, everyone is having their prayer and their service and their church at home. And we do this on the daily because the greatest and the best sacred temple is what? Or church is your body, okay? So I've always basically communed at home instead of going to a big type of community type of environment to celebrate, to revere, and make my connection to the divine force. So now this is what this whole coronavirus, we're going to look at the blessing in the lesson. It's requiring us to realize that, like I said, the earth, the world, wherever you are, is your temple, is your church, is your communion with God. And it first begins within inside of you. So to make the expression within inside your family and the like, what a lot of people do in Africa, the Yoruba, the Santera, as far as my Mexican family is concerned, the Catholic Church. If we go to Shinto shrines and Buddhist temples and the like, when I lived in Japan, I visited both of those types of spiritual places, church. I've been to synagogues. I visit them all, and all of them have a sacred space, a sacred place where they revere, they pray, they meditate, they fast in this type of arena. Now, if you can understand the vibrational frequency of this, so I'm going to show you how to build your own home-based altar. Some of them I've already done. Like I said, when I lived in Japan, the Buddhist, I forget the term, but my homestay grandmother, she had a Buddhist altar in her room dedicated to her husband who had passed. And she would daily go there, and she would she would make him his breakfast in the morning and the like, to pray to his spirit and his ancestors. And so we do in Africa also. So the same type of philosophy that emanated as far as building your own temple, your own shrine, your own holy sacred space and place inside your home should be revered and should be done again. So I think we're getting back into that. The Christian family, friends, and loved ones they have within inside of their homes and things of that nature, but it's not popularized. More is popularized to go out and go to a temple and church, but what better way, like I said, to revere God every single day. You can go to your altar and honor and get that wonderful sacred vibrational frequency. So how to build your altar at home and have a church at home, as we would say, is real simple. What you want to do is, well, number one, I have a lit white candle, okay? And a candle symbolizes, air, it's water, it's fire, it's the ethers, it's the four elements, of the earth, of the world that we live in, okay? The ethers, water, air, fire, the earth, okay? So we have that there via the candle celebration of bringing that wonderful vibration, frequency, and connection. Also, I love my Sai Baba. And you can tell Sai Baba, the wonderful Indian spiritualist who has the afro, symbolic of that all civilization began, and all religions, all races, creeds, colors, sex, philosophies, and everything started its own inception. Oh, wonderful bird just flew by. Began in Africa, ancient Kemetic Africa. So with that in mind, we celebrate them all. Matter of fact, people talk about appropriation. People's culture. Everything began in Africa. You're appropriating everything from Africa, etc. The third eye, etc. Symbolic nature of that, and everything came out of that. All, like I said, races, creeds, colors, sex, religions, philosophies. Its beginning foundation, even the world, began in Africa. And if you can see where Africa is centralized, you can see it was parted by the waters. And if you put it all together, it's all one world, one race, one world, one race, one love. And that's, if anything, got my shirt on love on the top of this. I can't stress to you, if we're not getting anything from this whole coronavirus, crisis, the opportunities now to realize we're in this world together. We are not going to survive or even thrive unless we come together as a family, as the human race, and solve this issue. And the one issue that we've gotten into, and that's why we've broken all apart by the waters, is that we've become disconnected with each other and loving each other. So now let's come full circle. Let's come full circle to the source, to the beginning of civilization, and realize that we're one people and that we're here to appreciate each other's differences and uniquenesses, and that we all mean the same thing, because we're all gods and goddesses, and gods and goddesses are nothing but what? Love, So that's what we're here to do. Okay, so bringing all the cultures together, when they did a blood test as far as my mom was concerned, when she was young, in her teens, and make a long story short, we found out we had all cultures, all, within inside of us, every part, African, Asia, African, you name it, European, you name it, Irish, German, Jew, Gentile, everything. And it was symbolic of that, of that reality. So I honor, the more of the story, I honor and celebrate them all at my altar, because a little piece of the cultures and philosophies and religions, peoples is within inside of me. So we celebrate and honor them all. Okay, that's what spirituality is all about. It's all about self-mastery. It's not caught up into the separation and the doctrines and the philosophies and things of that nature. It's really caught up into the understanding that it truly is about us mastering ourselves and coming one within our divinity. So I have my wonderful Native American feather. And what I do is I cleanse my aura with this feather. And you hear the chimes, the bells. The bell symbolizes the sound of making the connection and opening up to the divine forces of bringing great spirit into existence. Sound, the speed of light. Okay, so you challenge and you cleanse and purify your 7 chakras. Okay, from one starting at the root chakra, all the way up to here, starting at the 7th chakra. I know they're 8 and 9, okay, but we'll just do a 7. Get you comfortable with that. But that's why I use my feather daily to cleanse and purify my energy vibrational frequencies, okay? I have my pendulum here. I always have my pendulum with me in order to, basically, I don't use it as often. I do it to teach and train you how to tap into your spirituality and make that connection with the divine force, okay, and get us into a place of peace and of love and of happiness. And as you can see, the vibrational frequency is in the positive nature. It's going clockwise, and it's getting, more revitalized and energized. And a promotion of the quartz rose crystal is love, okay? So we have that there. I'm going to do a video and share. Look at my previous videos about how to use a pendulum as far as love and making the connection with the divine force and making the connection with your yes and no within inside of you. Go check out those videos. Also, like I said, I have my Sai Baba incense flowing. Once again, the incense is symbolic of, air, water, fire, ethers, etc. Making a connection, bringing great spirit into existence of what we're going to. Okay. I also have my Native American smudge, okay? Connect with Great Spirit and make that divine connection, my smudge. And also, you know, part of the sea. We all come from the sea, from water, right? 75% of the earth is what? Water. 75% of your body inside of you is water. So much honor. You know, we did not treat water as a god. What we did was treat water as an expression of God. We revered the waters. Like we used to do rain dances when we needed rain to come down and fortify our land, our fruit and our vegetables to sustain us. During the Nile River, you know, everybody did the agricultural planting during the Nile River so they could grab up the water before they figured out how to do the piping system and irrigation, and they would feed the crops, etc. So we honor and we praise the existence and feel the blessing that God has given us: fresh air, fresh water, okay? The beautiful Amun-Ra, the sun god, etc. We revere that, forgiveness, light, which gives us what? Light, so we can sustain ourselves. Here's another good one, the Assyrian Resurrection. This is one of the first Bibles that existed for all the other Bibles, the Torah, the Bhagavad Gita, the Book of the Dead, all the other great holy books that are in existence, etc. And what I also have is some other examples. You know, I just want you to realize that what you do is you design that altar in accordance to you, in accordance to your expression of the God, Goddess within inside of you. If you want to have a Christian flavor to it, then obviously, you know, put Christian flavor, things of that nature. You know, for me, I go to the beginning of the cross is the Ankh, okay? And as you can see, this is the Tibetan flavor of the cross, okay? And so we acknowledge that and bring that into existence. For me, an angel, an ancestor that I revere is Coretta Scott King. Her symbolic understanding of commitment to the freedom and liberation of all people, nonviolent lifestyle and living. Of course, one of my favorite other sheroes and ancestors and angels is Rosa Parks. I said, that is for me. I love the fact that she, with a soft voice, made such a commanding power within inside of us to be honest, to be civil, to be brave and courageous, to liberate a people from their history and culture and the like. So I revere her like a lot of people revere a lot of great leaders and healers. And I have right here is a picture of my ex-husband. He recently was in critical condition because of an ailment. And this is where long distance healing comes in at. Another reason why, and so we were praying for him. This is before the coronavirus. And so that's what you do, because the aura of an individual is located within every picture that you take, a piece of the aura. And so you can do long distance healing. So we prayed for his healing. We prayed for his return back to the balance of mind, body, and spirit. And it has come to fruition. Another reason why I'm sharing this with you today, because a wonderful Facebook friend was in a hospital on ventilation because of the coronavirus type of scenario. And what people don't realize, that there's more power and energetic vibrational frequency in our thoughts, that we can transcend through states and through cities and towns and countries and the like, to send off the vibrations frequency of love and healing. So what I did was I took my phone, which I cannot demonstrate for you right now because I'm using that to tape for you, and I put it at my altar and I smudged it and I prayed over it and I wove the candles and I prayed over her name, and I said her name out loud. I prayed for healing. I prayed for wellness. I prayed for divine, keep this in mind, which is vital important. Divine will be done. Okay? Divine will be done. And I prayed over it. Because we cannot invoke our will upon other people. That's not true healing. True healing is the blessing of that spirit and what that spirit must go through in this lifetime. And so we want to honor her to wherever that she may want. Okay, if she wants to live, we will honor her. And if she's ready to make the transition, we will also continue to bless and honor her on that new journey that she's going to. So she chose to stay. You know, and I know with the power of the prayer, the miraculous nature of prayer, especially when you enhance it, because this altar, we pray on a daily, so if you understand the vibrational frequency is of the highest high. You know, you have great spirit among you and within inside of you that you make that connection. And so we were able to do that, okay? I have my basket here too. This is another place where you can put fruit and vegetables in honor and sacrificial type of a symbolic nature of eating and feeding, you know, the gods and goddesses, and feeding your spirit of love and giving, serving, great spirit here on earth. And that's the symbolic nature of doing that, so that you go out daily and you serve others, because that is the true meaning of spirituality. That is what our ministry is here to do, is to serve people in our own special, unique way in order to make this world a better place, that the universe, that great spirit, that the divinity within inside of you is destined to do. You are love, you are peace, you are happiness, you are joy. So this is where you can still commune with God. You can make your sacred presence in a safe, healthy environment, home with you and your family. So this is a wonderful way when you can have church at home. And the first sacred temple is what? The body. To thine own self be true. So let's say a prayer and let's say a meditation for the coronavirus experience for most people. And we come in love, we come in the healing, that all that have made the transition from the coronavirus, that the heart, the mind, the body, and spirit of the family members be healed and be placed in a light of love, and that they are blessed through these challenging moments during the passing of a loved one. We pray for those that have the coronavirus, that divine will be done, that they exercise the divinity and the healing power within them, if that is what they choose to do in this lifetime of the coronavirus, that they are well, that they are healed, that they are holy, 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 holy. Divine sacred temple is purified and cleansed. And we pray for those who are using fabulous health preventions, that they're eating right, having their fresh fruits and vegetables, detoxifying their body of toxicity out, and putting in all the good things and building their immune system with precious fruits, vegetables, grains, legumes, seeds, nuts, flowers, and herbs, and seaweed, mushrooms, to heal the body and to build the immune system, so that we can all live once again full circle on this fabulous earth, and that you drink blessed water, distilled water, to purify and cleanse you inside, and you bathe in it too on the outside. This is our prayer enlightenment, that you have your sacred, holy temple, altar here at home, shrine, synagogue, whatever you want to call it for yourself, your sacred place, okay, where you commune with the Most High, or the Most High inside of you, okay, to invigorate, to enliven you to live the love right here on earth. Peace, hetapu, namaste, heal of the coronavirus today. Be the mind, the body, and the spirit.